Have you been trying to jump on the GPT and AI train, but every single time you go to use it, it just produces absolute crap? Well, I'm going to tell you today the reason isn't that GPT sucks like you might think, but it's actually that your process sucks. I'm going to dive in on this video specifically about how we're using ChatGPT to build 30 days worth of content in less than an hour. I'm going to talk to you about the process that we're using to create nice long form social media posts, how we're creating ad copy, and everything else, not only on this video, but in a series of videos that are going to come over the course of the next couple of weeks. As always, guys, all I ask in return for this kind of knowledge that I'm coming onto this YouTube channel and dropping every single week for you is to smash that subscribe button and make sure your notifications are turned on so that you can come back every single week, drop your comments, hit that like button, and enjoy. We have built two separate seven-figure annually businesses, a digital marketing agency that's been around for over 15 years and a coaching program that's been running strong for about 3. And we're here on this channel to give a lot of that knowledge away 100% free. If you do want to talk to me further though, you can click the link down below this video that says work with me directly so that you can talk to my team and actually get some direct one-on-one time with me if that's what you'd like. So smash that subscribe button and let's dive in. This is a video that describes why it is that ChatGPT doesn't suck. It's actually your process that sucks. So let's actually switch over and show you guys what I mean. So most people, guys, when they're actually using this system, they simply come on here and they ask the wrong questions. They just want to see what it could do. Something like, write me a Facebook post or ad, right, for realtors needing more leads. And that's all they do. And so they'll get this thing right here and it'll say something like this: struggling to find new leads for your business. We understand the frustration, right? Very vague. Our experts and teams. And honestly, if I'm being 100% correct, if you're good at what you do, you know this sucks. But if you're not, then you don't know. And so the problem becomes, okay, cool, but this isn't very good. And why that is and why most people fail with AI is because they don't understand what AI is. AI is something that you can train. So you want to go through a flow. And I've actually written some prompts. I'm going to go over this more next week, but I'm going to show you guys the difference. Okay, so that you guys can really see the difference here. But for right now, I'm just showing you guys what ends up having people suck. So now I'm going to say something like, write me a Facebook post about realtors needing listings, right? And so it'll give you stuff that honestly isn't that bad, right? If you really look at it, but it won't probably work. You'll put it into your ads and it won't work. It's not going to write it like you. It's going to be missing a lot of the things that you want. So you're thinking, okay, I need Facebook posts and I need it to be about this, or I need ad copy about this, or I need a blog, right? You give it a blog topic. But if you don't use the strength of AI, which is understanding how to teach it and understanding the prompts to give it, then you're going to struggle. So let's look at why this is no good. Attention homeowners, are you considering selling your home? Right? This isn't even the right thing. About realtors needing listings, right? This is like an ad copy again. This one up here, attention realtors, are you struggling to find new leads for your business? We understand the frustration. That's why we're here to help you. Our lead generation system is a steady stream of high quality leads. Again, not horrible, but not specific enough to what you're looking to accomplish. And so now what we want to come down here and do is take this from generic, okay copy. Better if you don't know how to make copy. This is probably better than what you could come up with, honestly. But if you want to use it and become a pro and you want to use it to automate stuff for your maybe agency or for your business, depending on how you ended up here, then you need to learn how to prompt it. And so next week's video or one of the following week's videos is going to be about this specific process, using it to create long form copy. And I'm actually going to give you guys the prompts. I'm going to give you guys some posts and all that kind of stuff. But you can see what I've done here is the purpose for the first couple is getting ideas. So we're looking for metaphors and we're looking for hooks. I want a very specific, we teach inside the GSD very specific types of content called teach them how to think content. And what we do with that is we're actually teaching people to think differently about common objections or mindset issues that they might have. So the first thing we're doing is we're taking something like this. So I want ideas. And so the best way to do this, to teach people to think differently about an objection or a mindset issue they might have, is either through a personal story that you can connect with or a metaphor Those are very hard posts to try and get a robot to write if they don't know what it's about. So the first thing you start out with, right, is you're going to get it to generate ideas. So you see this prompt here. These are the common mindset issues my people deal with. And I give them a few: money scarcity, imposter syndrome, and waiting for the perfect situation before taking action. Now I want you to create a list of 5 metaphors that align with these for each of the mindset issues listed above. So what are we trying to do? We're trying to be very, very specific, okay, with what we're trying to get. Just a very specific list. So we hit this and it will give you 5 different metaphors for each of the 3 things that we just provided to it. Money scarcity, swimming in an empty pool with no way to refill it; imposter syndrome, wearing a disguise that doesn't quite fit; waiting for the perfect situation, waiting for traffic lights to turn green before starting the journey; standing at the edge of a pool, waiting for the water to warm up; waiting for the perfect wave instead of paddling out to sea, right? All of these things right here work. So you pick a couple now. You're training it. You're like, okay, these are going to be what I want. Then I want to generate hooks. So let's say generate 10 hooks. But instead of saying for the strongest metaphors above, I want to continue through the process. This is how you make AI work well for you. You're going to let it generate your ideas and then build on those ideas. So let's say that I want it to be, let's say, money scarcity, trying to light a fire, walking through a desert with no water in sight. Let's just say this one. Generate 10 line options for both of these metaphors. And also, we'll pick another one: imposter syndrome, being on stage without knowing your lines, speaking a language you don't know fluently, trying to fill someone else's shoes, sitting in the wrong classroom, right? Something like this. And we hit enter. Now it's going to generate hooks, 10 hooks for each of these things. Now, this next part is where it really gets interesting, okay? We're going to go here and we're going to say, cool, for the next one, you're going to train it. Now, you can train AI to talk like you, okay? So now you're getting this, right? You're getting all these hooks and you can pick which ones you want. It's generating you ideas. Next, you can train it to actually speak like you. And not only speak like you, but you can also there's refinement prompts. You can reword it as if Tony Robbins had said it. You can reword it as if other things, so they can talk in other people's strengths, other people's languages that it might know from the internet. But in this situation, I'm giving it literally 2 long form posts that I wrote so that it can see my style, my formatting, all of that kind of stuff for what it's going to do next. So you come over here and you're saying, okay, what we would do in this situation is we would take this, right? And we're going to go, okay, cool. So here's some common mindset, or we're going to scroll down here. We're going to say, here's 2 recent posts I wrote, and you would take these 2. And at the bottom, we give it further instructions, what to do with this. So we give it 1 long form post, we give it 2 long form posts, and you say, create something similar. Create a similar long form post using the metaphor as the basis, living with the mindset. And so now we're going to take the metaphor, see which ones it came up with better hooks for. Don't let your finances dry up, overcoming money scarcity. Feeling stuck in your finances, the struggle is real, how to thrive when money is tight, never go thirsty again, tips for overcoming, how to create a wealthy mindset even when your wallet is empty. Let's grab this one. So we're going to say walking through a desert with no water in sight. So create me a long form post with this as the basis. And then we're going to add the hook using this hook. Which one did I pick? Over here. How to create, this one right here. We go like this, and we hit enter. And it'll write a post now based on the previous examples. All right? And we'll go into more in depth on this next week, but you'll see now the difference between just writing a random post, which honestly up here was just nonsense, right? This is actually, I said write a Facebook post about realtors needing listings. I ended up writing something like an ad for people trying to sell their home, right? So I guess it's like, are you considering selling your home? Our team of experienced realtors looking for a new listing to add to our portfolio, right? It's very addy. It's just like, hey, we're looking to add this thing to it. It's not doing the thing we want it to do, which would be leaning into pain points to get people to realize they need to sell their home now before the market turns or something, right? This is just a hey, rah, rah, basic like ad thing that it pulled. Now we're training it to say, cool, I want to actually lean into these metaphors. I want to hook these people in here, and I want the style to be represented here, which ends up with this nice long form post, right? Ever felt like you're walking through a desert with no water in sight? Maybe you're struggling to make ends meet. You feel like you're stuck in a dead-end job with nothing to do to move up. What if I told you could create a wealthy mindset even if your wallet is completely empty? Just like a thirsty traveler can survive in the harsh desert with the right mindset, you can thrive in even the most challenging financial circumstances. You can see how much more powerful this kind of copy is. And why is it different, right? The person up here might have used this superpower that you guys were given, this AI, right? And said to themselves, oh, this sucks. It just creates generic nonsense. It creates nothing worthwhile, nothing that I could personally use to actually, monetize. But then just by understanding, well, let's use it to generate ideas. And then let's take those ideas to generate even further ideas, hooks for the beginning of the thing. And then let's train it on my writing style so it can talk like me, like the way I want to post. And then let's combine it all together. Now, next week, I'm going to show you guys what we do even further, which is going to be refining it, getting it to talk in other people's languages, and we'll do a couple of different posts like this, maybe even post them on my page so you guys can kind of see. But for this right now, what I want you guys to understand is how we're doing this, why we're going from thinking that the AI sucks to realizing it was us that sucked in the first place, and this is how we can keep that from actually happening. So over here, there's a few other ones, right? What are we trying to do? Write ad copy, right? Facebook ad copy based on landing page, right? So you train it on how you'd want to talk and then refine it. Can you provide examples of effective ad copy to promote product, affiliate, all this kind of stuff? Brainstorm 20 headlines for ads. So there's a whole bunch of things that you can do, right? You'll see here, brainstorm 20 compelling headlines for ad campaign promoting this, right? And you can give it examples. If you have headlines you've used before, you can see how powerful it was when I said, here are 2 recent posts I write so you can write in my style. Post example 1, and I always put it in quotation marks so it knows where these things start and end. It's a good way for it to get that. Took that from Google from a long time ago. Post example 2, right? Give it a couple of examples of the way you want it to write. Or if you have an influencer that you really like, right, you can say stuff like, write this as if Tony Robbins said it. And it will then try and create it more in his style of writing based on what he's seen, what it can actually learn from what it's seen on Tony Robbins' speeches, talks, and everything else it might have been trained on in the past. This is the difference, guys, between using this as a tool and actually creating stuff that works, because this is a superpower. But it takes you needing to understand how to properly prompt it to create ideas, how to properly train it to write the way you want it to write. What are the different things that you can actually say to make this work for you? If you can really lock this down, and hopefully this was super helpful for you, we're going to actually launch a couple more videos specifically to this and get even more in-depth on ad copy and Facebook posts, maybe even some other cool shit like a contract or something like that. This thing can do a lot of stuff, guys. It can code, it can write contracts, it can do a lot. But the way you go from basic to where you think this tool sucks, to unlocking the actual potential of it, to realizing what you can really do with this tool, is simply by learning how to talk to it, how to prompt it, and how to train it. So hopefully, guys, if you like this video, smash that like button. If you haven't yet, make sure you click subscribe. Like I said, I've been doing this for over 15 years, and we've spent a lot of money learning a lot of things and a lot of time teaching people. We run a program right now with over 200 different people, so we are in the weeds doing this shit every single day, getting shit done, which is the name of our program, and actually going in and refining these processes. I have made this channel specifically to give most of it away. I want to take what's in here and I want to give it back to you guys. So if you want to be a part of that journey, if you want to actually see more videos just like this because you found this valuable and you're enjoying what I'm putting down, all I ask of you one more time is to make sure you smash that subscribe button. And if you have insights that you could layer onto this video, if you have a comment or something that you could add a value to what I've taught here today, feel free to drop it down below in the comments. You know, we're always just trying to help more and more people inside the GSD with our content, with everything else that we do. So if you have additional value that you could give, if you have something you could add to what I've taught here today, putting it down below just allows us to get a little bit more of that out there. So Love you guys. I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. I'll see you on the next one. Every single week we drop one of these long form value videos, and every single day we're dropping shorts. So smash the subscribe button, hit the notifications. I'll see you on the next one. Make sure you're out there getting shit done. The other thing I want you to do is go ahead and click that next video right there beside you so that you can dive in and get shit done. Hope to see you out there.